Hello everyone, so today we are going to have our interview session for our English Preparatory 2 course. So we are waiting for the interviewee and my friend to arrive in this venue. So yeah, so stay tuned everybody. Good day dear everyone, so today we are here to conduct our interview session for our English Preparatory 2 course. So today we already have our interviewee, so both of us are very excited to interview this person because he is a very well-known person also in our UNITA, and he's also love to watch movies. So without further delay, we will start our interview session. So welcome.
So his name is Shan and we call as Shan also. So he's one of the UNITA Speech Masters President, and he's one of the well-known person in UNITA. So that's the person going to interview today.
Alright, so without further delay, let's get started.
So hi Shan, so today we're going to conduct an interview for our subject which is English Preparatory 2. So you love to watch movie, right?
Definitely, I love movies, of course.
Okay, so could you introduce yourself to the viewers all?
Of course. So, hi guys, my name is Shan. I am currently in my 6th semester for the course Bachelor, and also the president of UNITA Speech Masters. I like to talk. Hope you guys will enjoy this session. Right.
Okay, so your first question is, which film is the best ever created and why?
Okay, so the best ever created film, in my opinion, would be Avengers, Endgame, and also Infinity War. Now, I'm saying these two it's like a series, the prequel and the sequel. Yeah. So it's like that, and I feel that it's best created because of the attention to detail. Every single person, every single character in that movie, the main character, individually had their own roles, and even without a single person, the expected outcome would not have been possible. Every single one of them contributed to the movie entirely and to the common goal, which was to defeat the villain Thanos. So even if one person wasn't there, it wouldn't have happened, and that's why I love it.
The Endgame?
Yeah, the Endgame, Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, Endgame, right. Yeah, that's what I think.
Alright Shan, so let's move on to the second question. So do you prefer watching movies alone or with your family, with friends, and what makes that experience enjoyable for you, Shan?
Okay, so for me personally, I feel like watching movies with friends is the best thing, because we don't get that experience often, but normally when we go maybe twice a year or thrice a year, that makes it special. And no matter what movie we are watching it with friends makes it such a memorable experience, just because my friends group, they like to make a lot of jokes, right? So recently we went and watched a horror movie. Okay, but I normally don't watch horror movies. They suggested it, and we went in there. It wasn't scary at all because we were just laughing throughout the entire movie. Yeah, so they keep on to be memorable. The best part isn't even the movie, but right after the movie, when we get to talk and share about how it was for us. Yeah. So normally when we have these kind of conversations, we get to know every single person's perspective on it, and that makes the entire experience more fun before, during, and after the movie.
Alright, fantastic. So from what Shan has shared with all of us here is like Shan is a person like likes to watch movie with your friends.
Yes.
Because when we talk about friends, it is not only watching movies, but we will be able to gain some experience, and we will create some moments together.
Correct.
And even though you have mentioned just now the movie was not that much scary, but you guys still able to laugh.
Yes.
The laughing moment is the memory.
Exactly.
Alright? Compared to watching movie.
The question is, who's your favorite actor and actress, and why do you like that?
Okay, I'm going to talk about my favorite actor here, but also one of the reasons is the whole Avengers, Iron Man series and everything.
So you like Iron Man?
I do, but I like Robert Downey Jr. not just because of Iron Man.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've watched a lot of his movies, and the way he speaks is really nice. In Iron Man, he's an absolute different character, but in other movies, he plays along with the role. Now, of course, Iron Man is one of the biggest reasons I'm saying this, and I love his character, the way he acted, just because of the way he talks. Actress, ooh, this is a tough one because I do not actually have a favorite actress. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from.
At least one.
At least one. Oh. Oh my god.
Let's move on to the fourth question, Shan. So, which movie or scene from your favorite comedian made you laugh the most or had the biggest impact on you, Shan?
Okay. Okay. So now I have to talk about this movie called The Dictator. Okay. The Dictator is not the usual movie that you see. The idea is very different. It is a movie about a nation where it is ruled by a single person, the dictator, but he is very extreme. He goes to very extreme lengths. So that's the whole movie. A narcissist. So he just thinks about himself and anything that he wants must be done. So there's this one scene where he and his friend will travel to the US, right? And he has an Arabic accent. And he speaks in Arabic with his friend. Now, he says, and this is dark humor, and please, disclaimer, there's nothing to do with this joke and personally to any real life events, but they talk in Arabic, and the few words that they say in English relates to a few terrible incidents that happened in the US. So example, we do know 9/11, right?
Yeah.
And we do acknowledge what happened, but in the context of the movie, the way they portrayed it was, there were two Americans, two of them, and while they were talking, you know, he used to say like something in Arabic, then he'll say my type of comedy, and that's one scene that I will never forget, Raymond.
Alright,
Yeah,
fantastic,
yeah.
Shan. So from here we can see that when you are watching a movie, like you see, like we know in our UNITA, Shan is a very prominent, popular person when it's come to communications or when it's come to hosting or something. So that is why, like, he able to connect, his passion while watching the movies, and that what makes him to like the comedian movie. Alright.
Who is your favorite villain and why?
Okay, why are they unforgettable? My favorite villain, easily Thailand from Kung Fu Panda 1.
Oh.
Yeah, movies, I'm going to talk about animation movies as well. Kung Fu Panda was a huge movie in all of our childhoods, of course. And Thailand is my favorite because of the things that he did in the movie. You see, they portrayed him as a bad guy because he got mad for something that he thought he deserved. He dedicated, he put his entire life, he dedicated his entire life to training towards one goal, to become the Dragon Warrior. He trained, that's all he knew. That is also one of the reasons why I feel like Thailand is seen as a villain, but he's actually a hero just because of all the effort he put into achieving what he wanted and to make his Shifu, his mentor, proud. So definitely my favorite villain, Thailand. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so next move on to our sixth question, Shan.
Right.
So the question is, who is your favorite movie director, and what about their style makes their film unique, Shan?
Alright, so for this one, then moved on to Tenet, Oppenheimer. These were all movies that looked like it was taken from like another world. The ideas, the way the film is shot entirely, the cinematography, everything, the storyline, absolutely amazing. And having that said, I would have to say Christopher Nolan, of course. It is a very popular option and there's a reason for it. That is what I'm standing by. I watched all of these movies alone because at the time I didn't, get the opportunity to go to the theaters, right? But as I was watching them alone, it gave me a sense where I could completely focus right onto the movie and enjoy every single bit of his directing. And definitely I would say if there's another Christopher Nolan film coming up, I'm already in the theaters there.
I see. Alright, it's like good to hear from you, Shan. Like whatever movies that you are watching, you have your own you are also not always looking on the director itself, but you are also as you have mentioned, you will go only focusing on the actor and actress, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is something very unique. Okay, which is not really usual, but it's very rare. Alright.
Second question is, who's your favorite music director and how did their music make a movie better?
Anirudh. This is from the Hollywood industry as well. Of course, he is involved in other industries. His name is Anirudh Ravichandar. The reason I'm saying this is because his music is just, in my opinion, the best. Of course, there are a lot of other music directors with their own specialties, but personally, I feel like Anirudh is unmatched when it comes to the way he creates music for any like love BGMs, background music, or something like an action BGM, or even culturally related hip hop songs. These kind of things. Anirudh was actually one of the people who kind of went more into the modern side of music, and so I would definitely say Anirudh. He's a very popular option, and this I would definitely say is my favorite. I would say more to the action ones. They call it mass songs, yeah, which means it's meant more for action, and the beats that he arranges is just like every single time he comes up with a new idea, and it's mind-blowing. So yeah, love the guy, Anirudh. Just everything is amazing.
Our eighth question here. So how many times have you watched your favorite movie, and what keeps bringing you back to it?
Okay, now this movie is actually a Tamil movie, alright? And this may be a very unpopular option. So there's this movie called Theri, right? It's from an actor Vijay, who's very famous in the Hollywood industry, right? And the reason I talk about this movie is because for me it's the complete package. It delivers all emotions, being happy, sad, revenge, and it has all sorts of scenes: comedy, action, even a bit of thrilling scenes. Everything is there. It's like one complete package, around 10 times or more than that so far, yeah. And every single time I still get excited. Yeah, if I'm just walking by my hall and I see that they're playing the movie on TV, I'll just be like, oh, okay, I can spend maybe another 10 minutes watching this before I get to work. Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, it's very exciting to hear from you, Shan. Yeah, actually I also recognize that TV movie. You have mentioned that it is a combination of various emotions, like we have sadness, we have happiness, and we have thrilling moments. So I think you have mentioned about the different genre in that movie, right?
Definitely. And
so yeah.
Also the message that they bring to the movie, it's something that was going on as a big issue in India at that time. That's why the movie was shot, and it's so nice to see that even within all of these qualities that they bring to the screen, they bring such a good message together with the movie as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, so from this elaboration we can see that Shan is a person who really expecting for a movie that not only focusing on only one genre or like emotions, but it's a combination of many effective domains, right? So So Shan have also mentioned, Theri movie comes with a complete package. You have mentioned that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So alright, we hope you will continue to see the movie.
Of course.
Alright. Okay. So the last question for our interview session today, right?
What movie genre do you enjoy the most and why?
Comedy. Comedy is my favorite. I do not enjoy watching horror movies, like I did state. And comedy is my absolute favorite. Action is there, but the reason I'm saying, you see, they have some people use the play of words, like with language misunderstanding, miscommunication, like I did state. Or some people, they don't even talk, but the entire movie is funny. Something like Mr. Bean. He doesn't do anything, he just does funny actions and people start laughing. And there are other scenes that are just extremely dramatic, dark comedy. I indulge in these type of things because ever since I was a child growing up, I watched a lot of comedy, and I will never be able to go back from that. Comedy all the way, 100%. Yeah.
So the 10th question, and it's the last question for our interviewee today. So what is the worst movie you have ever watched, and what made it feel disappointing or difficult to enjoy, Shan?
Okay. So thank you for the question, Raymond. Right. Now, I hate to talk about this, but definitely I do want to address this. As I did mention about the Theri movie earlier, the actor was the same actor for this one
Okay.
worst movie, right? A lot of people don't know about this movie, and let me tell you why. This movie is, as I mentioned, the actor Vijay, his first ever movie. Now, I am a big fan of the person, so I thought, why not, let's watch all of the movies, right?
Yeah.
And the first ever movie, I was excited. I turned it on, I was watching, and it's not that I couldn't enjoy it, I
Okay.
couldn't even watch it. It was that bad. The reason for this is I only watched 20 minutes, and after that, I could not watch beyond that point.
Continue that, yeah.
Yes, I could not continue because it was too draggy and everything was off, from the music, from the storyline, and the acting of all of the other supporting actors. I could not go beyond that point. I don't even remember the movie's name. It was that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that bad.
I was about to ask the name of the movie actually, so
Right.
because we also want to know that what
Of course.
movie was that. Exciting to hear from Shan. Like even though he didn't mention the name of the movie, that
Right.
he doesn't like to continue to watch the movie, but we hope that we can find that movie one day. And he has also mentioned that was the first movie of actor Vijay. Is it?
Yes, yes, that is
okay.
correct.
So when he opened that movie, within 20 minutes he was not able to continue to watch that. You have did a great job, and you have answered all of our questions awesomely, Shan.
Thank you.
So thank you so much, and we hope that we have chosen a very, very suitable, relatable person for this movie industry. And thank you so much for answering all our 10 questions, Shan. Do you have anything to share with our viewers?
Oh, I just, first of all, I want to say thank you so much, Raymond, and also Durga, for having me here today. It was an absolute pleasure, and I had fun sharing my experiences. Of course, at the end of the day, definitely all of these answers is based on what I think and what I have experienced. Having that said, I hope you guys enjoy your part of whichever movie you watch or anything. But yeah, then again, thank you so much.
Alright, you're most welcome, Shan, and we continue. We hope your journey will continue to be very inspiring for all our students around the campus. And yeah, thank you so much for the insightful sharing with all of us today. And yeah, thank you very much, Shan.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you,
Alright.
Raymond.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
All right.